Too many voices, too many fights, too many ghosts in the hallway at night. I stood in the silence and listened inside. There comes a moment when the heart must decide. I packed my silence, I packed my grace, left all the noise without a trace. No final argument, no last reply, no need to prove what I knew was a lie. I carried their words like stones in my coat, every accusation caught in my throat. But somewhere beneath what they wanted me to be, a quiet voice kept calling to me. It said, you have a life they cannot own, you have the strength to walk alone. So I opened the door and faced the day, with nothing left to give away. And I stepped away, no need to explain, from all that control, from all of that pain. I laid down the weight I carried for years and walked through the fire without any tears. I stepped away, slow and strong, from stories that told me I had to belong. I've got my breath, I've got my day, and I'm finally whole since I stepped away. They wanted my anger, they wanted my shame, they wanted someone to carry the blame. You sharpened their words and waited to see if one more wound would bring me to my knees. They called it love when they tightened the chain, then called me cruel when I would not remain. But love does not threaten and love does not steal. Love does not punish a heart when it heals. I chose the stillness, I chose the sky, and let all the damage just pass me by. I stopped asking why they treated me so. Some answers are found when you finally go. I stepped away, don't need to explain, from all that control, from all of that pain. I laid down the weight I carried for years and walked through the fire without any tears. I stepped away, slow and strong, from stories that told me I had to belong. I've got my breath, I've got my day, and I'm finally whole since I stepped away. The first morning came without slamming doors, no footsteps or anger crossing the floor. The coffee was warm, the window was bright, and nobody turned my peace into a fight. I found an old song I had stopped singing, opened the curtains and let the light in. The room had not changed, but everything had. I could remember the dreams I once had. I planted new flowers, I answered the phone, only for people who welcomed me home. People who listened, people who stayed, people who gave without keeping a trade. I did not lose him, I rescued myself. I stopped placing my heart on somebody else's shelf. I did not fail them, I finally could see, leaving their barkless was choosing me. There is no shame in closing a door when mercy becomes what they punish you for. There is no virtue in staying small, so someone who hurts you can still feel tall. I bless the woman who finally knows when the season has ended, she gets up and goes. No borrowed guilt and no debt left to pay. Her life is still hers when she steps away. from all that control, from all of that pain. I laid down to wait, I carried for years, and walked toward tomorrow through all of my fears. I stepped away, slow and strong, and learned being free was where I belong. I've got my breath, I've got my day, and I'm finally whole. Since I stepped away, and I chose my mate. I chose not to answer when all trouble came. I chose my own table, I chose my own friends, I chose where their power over me ends. I stepped away with my head held high, with room in my heart, a light in my eyes. I've got my voice, I've got my say, and nobody takes that freedom away. I stepped away, no need to explain. I will not surrender my peace again.